Yeah, so I look at relationships the same way that I look at getting intoxicated. So, toxic. Now, I understand that relationships are not supposed to function that way. But the fact that I see them that way proves why I shouldn't be one. Now, I guess I could change the way that I look at it, but I think I've been in enough of them to know that that's not what I want to do. And I'm too old. Too old. Way too old to lie to myself. Especially because that's what society wants me to do. And the people that don't understand that are projecting. So because they're lonely, because they don't know how to hack it without somebody being there watching TV with them, because that's what all couples do, okay? Because they really can't stand each other most of the time. If they didn't have a TV, they'd beat each other with sticks or something. They beat each other with sticks, or they bop each other over the head with a frying pan. Like I've said, I'm really shocked that my dad has not done that to my mom, because she is very, very exhausting. She just nags him all the time, you know? She's always asking him unnecessary questions over and over and over again. If he doesn't give her the answer that she wants, she just keeps asking the question because she thinks the answer's gonna fucking change. She doesn't just do that with him. She does it with me. She does it with my brother. She does it with everybody. And she doesn't have the awareness to perceive that it's really annoying, and I don't know. A lot of women do that, though. And if men do that, it's because they act like women, right? Now, I don't think all women do that, but a lot of women do that. Women that have self-awareness and women that are of God, women that want to be better people, they are willing to work on themselves, okay? If you're in this class, and I'm assuming if you watch this channel, you're in this class, okay? If you can stand me, then yeah, congratulations. You've made it, girl. But, yeah, it's really sad, like, it's really sad, like, how people are in relationships that aren't working, and rather than do the work on themselves and be like, I'm going to better myself so I can be a better partner to my future husband or wife, or, you know, significant other if you're not interested in marriage. And if you're interested in procreating with that person, like, I want to be the best father, I want to be the best mother I could possibly be, you know? But it's like these people refuse to do that. And then they just keep ending up in the same shitty relationship. Or if they're with the same person consistently, then they just keep having the same issues over and over and over again. And they always think it's the other person that's the problem, right? But I don't know. I know it seems somewhat narcissistic to look at everything like it's a transaction, but when it comes to myself, I'm not looking at other people like, what can you do for me? You know? I'm looking at myself like, is what I'm doing benefiting me? Or is what I'm doing detrimental to my well-being? If what I'm doing is more detrimental than it is beneficial, I probably should fucking quit or significantly limit this. But the reason I talk about percentages in relation to relationships is because, yeah, a lot of people, they don't understand, like, why somebody would want to be alone. Well, if every once in a while you want to be around people and you think that some social interaction would be nice, yeah, that probably indicates that you're not a very social person and that that's just not in the cards for you. And that's okay. But people that really, really want that, they don't understand not wanting that. They don't understand how that's not in the cards for you. Because it's in the cards for them, they think. But, you know, if you're the type of person that really wants to be with somebody, and you really want to get married, you really want to have kids, you just want to have love and companionship, and you don't have that, it's probably because of you. It's probably because you have refused to work on yourself. And if you're attracting really shitty people, it's probably because you're a shithead. Okay? Now, I understand the fact that, you know, empaths such as myself tend to attract narcissists because we're willing to listen to them and we're willing to understand them and be compassionate towards them. And, you know, I've had to really ask myself a series of questions that aren't very much fun to ask, which I'm so good at, though. Good thing for me, I don't mind doing that line of work, but yeah, I've asked myself, why is this happening? Why are these people so attracted to me? What am I doing wrong? But I actually think it's because of what I'm doing right. They want what I have, but they're not willing to do the work. They're not willing to develop more empathy. I have too much empathy, which means I put up with more than I should, probably. But I think it's better to have too much empathy than not enough. Just don't screw yourself over. Don't consistently put yourself in situations where people take advantage of you. That's the problem with it. But I don't think that that's necessarily a sign of empathy, though, if you're consistently letting people take advantage of you. That's actually more of a sign of narcissism because you're allowing yourself to be exploited because you just need attention or validation that fucking bad. You just want somebody around that bad that you're willing to put up with somebody treating you like shit, or somebody that very clearly doesn't like you that much, but they're just using you. You know, I don't like people. It's not like I ever want to use anybody. That being said, if somebody's willing to buy me dinner, I'll accept the fucking dinner, you know. But like, I don't know. I've just been thinking a lot about these people that I've been friends with over the years, and like how it's always been somewhat of a strained relationship. But that has a lot more to do with the fact that they've looked at me in a certain way that I've never looked at them. You know, like, they want to look at me in like a romantic way, and that's just not, that's not what I want. And it's like, all my relationships I've been in, including, you know, my last relationship, which was very unconventional. It's like, if I'm doing the same fucking shit, pushing people away, and I can't wait to be by myself again. I can't wait to be like alone all the time, and I want to eat dinner by myself, and I want to go to sleep without somebody's arms around me, and I don't want to be intimate with somebody. I don't want to watch TV with somebody. I don't want to watch TV, period. You know? I would say that means that that's just not what's meant to happen. Now, do I wrestle with that? Does it torment me sometimes? Yeah, it does, but that's because I'm part of this world, and this world in Western society is constantly pushing this idea that, like, we're supposed to have that social interaction. Now, I think the social interaction is necessary for a lot of people, and I think that it is beneficial, which is why I force myself to go to church and, you know, talk to people at mics, and, you know, I talk to the people I work with and call people sometimes. But yeah, it's just hard for me to, like, force myself to do that social interaction the way that other people do it. I think that this is very, very offensive to a lot of people. Especially people that want to talk to me at a certain time, and I just am essentially telling them to fuck off when I don't respond. But I don't know. I think you got to be a certain type of mental ill in order to understand that, like, it is cyclical. So there are times where I am, like, more than willing to talk for hours. And I'm willing to go to Waffle House and be there all fucking night. But a lot of the time, yeah, I just want to be left alone. I mean, you can ask the people I go to church with. Oftentimes I'll go outside after church is over, during coffee hour, when everybody's in the church congregating and carrying on. I'll go outside and read the Psalms or Proverbs or whatever, because I just got to get away from people. Or like when I do stand-up, it's like, you can ask Josh. I sit next to Josh. It's really for the consistency. That's why I do it. But it's like, I really don't talk to many people, you know? Even if I'm around people, I don't talk to them. But typically, I sit by myself and I do my posters, or I read my Bible, or I read whatever book I've got, or I talk to God, or I talk to myself and freak out the bystanders, you know? And it's like, if I go out with people, I'm still having this separate thing in my head. Like, I'm still having this internal dialogue going on, or I'm like disassociating or something. So I feel like I'm not really part of the group anyway. And I feel like it's like I'm lying to myself, or I'm lying to them if I go out with people and I'm not really there. I'm in this other world the whole time. And that was so painful. Like, every single time I've been in a relationship and I've done that, I just feel like a piece of shit. Like, I feel like I'm cheating on that person. But I'm cheating on them with myself. But the whole time I was with them, and we were in love, and we were fucking or whatever, I felt like I was cheating on me.